Hello everybody, Wild Tracker here, and welcome back to another episode here on SkyFactory 2. So, yeah, you find me here out in the garden picking some flowers. Not really, I've just been trying to break double grass again to see if we can still get that achievement, but it apparently looks like not. But never mind, it's not really that important. But let's get our flyable armor again and show you what we've been up to. I've started to move some dirt around the edge. As you can see, the grass is growing. So yeah, what I want to do is actually expand all the way around the island a grass area. So that's what I'm going to do, make it into sort of proper farmland, if you like, or proper terrain. Now we've got the sort of the basic shape of the base here. The other thing I've done is I've put this hopper on top of here with a chest, and we shall not run out of hose anymore. So yeah, so I'm just doing that between episodes, getting the dirt going around. Once I've got it going around, it'll start looking really cool. Let's have a look at the achievement book and see where we got to, because last time we travelled to the deep dark. Still got a dragon egg to hatch and train, so we've got to look into that. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're going to do some of these here today. This is our aim. So we're going to link an ender pouch with an ender chest. We're going to craft a chunk loader, and we're going to get our ender quarry going. And we're going to do that in the dark deep, because obviously there's lots of ores down there. So let's have a look. First of all, ender pouch. Should be here somewhere. Is that it there? So that's an ender pouch, which is basically blaze powder, leather, wool and pearl. We should have all those things. So there we have it. So that's that. Now we've already made an ender chest, or I already made an ender chest, and I made these, which are the ones you can actually change the lights on them, and yeah, sort of put them different colours so you can have different ender chest linking. Really easy to make. In fact, let's just show you the recipe for that. So it's not the normal ender chest, it's this one here, okay, from ender storage. So it's just literally a chest, blaze rods. We've got all these things, so I have made a couple of them because I'm going to be using these. So I'm presuming, no, can we shift right click? Aha, did that work? Is that linked? Yes. So as we open the ender pouch, yeah, the ender chest is also opening. So that means they are linked. So whatever I put in here, so if I put those in there, they should be in my ender chest as well, and they are. Okay, cool. So that means we can check on those. So that's another thing doing. So the next thing we want to do, let's have a look at a chunk loader. Which is this thing here. So it needs a nether star. I presume that's the only chunk loader. And we never used our... Oh, we got this chunk loader from chicken chunks. Different ones. Which is the one to have, do you think? Deep storage unit. Yeah, that looks a little bit cheaper to make. The only thing we don't have is the crafting, the enchantment table. Well, we've got one, but let's make another one just for that one, because we don't want to use ours up. And that's a chunk loader. Yeah, it didn't tell us which chunk loader to make, it just said make a chunk loader. Let's just have a look at this a minute. Aha, show lasers. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is one I imagine. So it's obviously gone to the center of the chunk where it's going. What these lasers do, and probably... Can we see them at the top? Yeah. So you can see here, this is basically the edge of the chunk as it's going down. So it's showing which chunk or what area is actually lit in it. It looks like it's a couple of chunks really. So it's coming all the way to the edge of our base there. And it's coming away here. So it's not loading the mob farm. Oh, it is halfway loading the mob farm. It's certainly loading all the way along here. Does that mean... Yeah, so we're not quite on there, but I suspect we could change it to try and increase the size of the chunks it loads. Let's just have a look. So 25 chunks, yeah, this is the thing. So that's 9 chunks, that's 1 chunk. 25 chunks. Now, I don't know whether this is going to add more lag, but as we're on single player, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But that is certainly covering the whole base there. And I think pretty much, yeah, all apart from this very, very end piece there. And what's it doing on here? Is it still going through the mob farm, and the mob farm's loaded as well? No, so the mob farm is loaded as well. Yeah, so our entire base is loaded, and the center of it appears not to be. So the center appears to be there. So I'm just wondering if we move that, and I presume we can. Can we pick it up? Try picking it up with a pickaxe though. Let's see, can we place it somewhere else so it doesn't... So if this is the area where it's loading from, would it make sense to put it there? Where do we put it? I think I'm going to do that for now. We're just going to put it in this... presumably we can, of course. Oh, mind you, it's only half, isn't it? So it's going to look that great. Okay, so let's put that... No! No! Oh, I hate these things sometimes. What I'm going to do, because it'll be easier, is just to get another lab block out. Try and break that one. Don't know why I did that. Okay, let's place that there and the other one will come off. There we go. Right, so where do we want this chunk loader? If it's going to be a half thing, not quite sure. Let's stick it in the corner for now, and let's see if it does the same job. Is it loading from the same area? It is. It's loading from that corner there. So cool. Okay, so we'll leave that there for now. It's 25 chunks loading, so that means wherever we are, this space is always going to be loaded. So it means the mob farm's always going to be loaded, the growth of the crops is always going to be loaded. If we're smelting something, it's loaded. And obviously our ME system is loaded, so that's really good for the Ender Quarry. Let's go and tick those off quickly. And there we go, so chunk loader and Ender pouch. Right, craft and use an Ender Quarry. Okay, this one's not so easy, but let's have a look at it. Let's get rid of that. So, quarry. So, Ender Quarry, this is the thing we need to build, and as you can see, it looks quite complicated, but most of it is using this Ender infused obsidian, which is basically obsidian and Ender pearls, and you get 4 every time you do that, so that's quite good. And I've worked out we're going to need quite a few of those. The other thing we're going to need is these Ender cores, which again are these infused obsidian and these magical wood. And that's the expensive one because we've got to use some enchanted books to do that. And then we also need these, and again that's not too much of a problem. We should be able to get all of those materials together quite easily. And then in the middle, this one here, again it's just burnt quartz, which is essentially taking quartz, putting it in a normal furnace. Don't put it in these... I don't think you can put it into these over here, the smelter, because I've got a feeling it turns it into glass. Or is it the alloy smelter? Yeah, one of them turns it into glass, so you've got to be wary of which one you do. But basically I've made some up and I just used them in the normal furnace. In fact, did I leave them in there? No. Did I leave them in here? No, I've taken them out already. Yeah, they'll be floating around otherwise. Okay, so they should be in the ME system. Yeah, so really we should be able to put all this together. So let's have a look at doing some of the easier things. And I actually did a sort of writing it all down to try and work out exactly how many of these things we actually need. So it's but yeah, I think we're going to need something like 27 or so of these. So purely because let's have a look at him when we get there's a couple extra things I want to make with it. So I think you can make it less. We're just going to get a couple extra ones in there. You can make them less, but there's something else that we want to make to go with the quarry. So we'll come on to that in a little bit. So I'm not quite sure why I deleted that out of there, but I did. So there we go. Right, so we've got those two bits. Any kind of sapling would do. That's no problem. We'll come back to those because that's the more difficult one. Although I'm saying that, let's see, have we got any of this at all? We just need a bucket of lava. So, okay, so have we got a bucket? In fact, we need 2 buckets of lava in reality, don't we? So, let's take 2 buckets of lava, and then we should have that. How do we get down? Let's go out the door. Bases get complicated, don't they? Right, here we go. Yeah, and this is quite good. We've still got to work on our how we're going to get our cobblestone generation up, so I think that's something else we need to work on as well, is probably a cobblestone farm as opposed to just this, because this really is, yeah, and we've got to be a numbers out here somewhere, so it's going very, very slowly. So a cobble farm is definitely on the agenda for me. Not sure whether we'll really get round to it in this episode, but it might do it the next one. So what we're trying to make, 1 of these, or 2 of those rather. 1, and what are we missing now? Some more of those. Okay, let's just, it's because they're in my inventory, I think. So what we're going to do is put those in there. So we got 2 of those tanks, that's fine. So let's have another look what else. So we've got 2 of those, we've got 2 of those, that's fine. Let's see how we make this one up. Ender infused obsidian, so we've got that. Yeah, so that's right. Oh yeah, so it was, we should have all of that together really, because again it was this burnt quartz. Already got that, so that's cool. And then finally we need to get this together. Now I don't think it's going to craft, yeah, because we need these, what do we need? So we need these, but I don't think this is going to craft, no. For some reason it doesn't actually craft when I was looking at it earlier, and I thought, oh, that'd be quite good. So what we're going to do is put that there, and we're going to get all the ingredients individually. So we're going to get some gold. Let's get some gold, and we're going to need some bookcases. Did I make some up? Bookcases. I did make some bookcases up. Look how brilliant I am. And then enchanted books. So what I've done, as you can see in here, I basically enchanted a load of level 1 books. Okay, so as you can see on this, really cheap enchants, and it means I'm not using up the really nice, although I want to keep my efficiency power, I don't really need. Reaper 1, no idea what that is, but we are going to put these in. Now I need 4 of these, so I'm not quite sure if I've got enough, but we might go looking through our bookcase as well. Let's just put a load of gold in. Very good, and the bookcases, and we need 4 of those, so we've got 1, and it didn't use all the books up, that's interesting. 2, so what were those efficiency books? Okay. Maybe it's just taking those, I don't know. 3. And can we use all these? Okay. Maybe it's grabbing them from the thing. Anyway, we've got 4, so that's cool. So let's go back to our quarry. And we were making these because we needed those, and we've got those, and we need 4. Don't tell me we need lots of them because I didn't get those together. Okay. Yeah, because we only made 4 of them, didn't we? Darn. Right, okay, it's going to need a lot of books. Because if we need 4 per thing... Okay, right. We've only got 1 there. We're going to need to make 3 more, which is 12 more books. So let's have a look. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through these and see what books I don't want, and grab them out. Well, we appear to have all that together now, and we've got 2 of those. So do we now have everything we need to make an ender quarry? We certainly do. Hurrah! Okay, so we've got an ender quarry, but there's 2 ways you can make this work. With an ender quarry you can place it down, and you've got to define the area that you want to quarry. So one way of doing this is with wooden fences. You can essentially bring wooden fences along and around, and essentially you tell it to quarry everything within that area. So at the moment it's saying they're unable to detect a fence boundary because there is no fence. So that's one way of doing it, but the other way of doing it is basically to make a different kind of area, if you like, sort of in terms of where you can actually get hold of it. Now I'm trying to remember what the name of that was called, and I can't see it written on my notes, so let's have a look now. I don't think it comes under Quarry as such. No, I think they're I think they're under IO items. Let's have a look. Fuse post, fuse pump. I don't think it's just ender and fuse post, no, because that's just normal post there, so it's nothing to do with those. It's a marker. There we go, it's an ender marker, that's the word I was looking for. So we need some ender pearls, and again this ender infused obsidian. So if we take some of that and some of that, what we need is 4 of these. So this is why my calculation was like that, and what we need to do is put these in here, and we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that QED is going to basically make these end markers. And what the idea is you make a square with the end marker. So if we put one here, it will then link it in that direction to there, and it will also link it in that direction. So in line with that, we then put another one, say there, and another one, say there, another one there, and that is basically a way of marking out the ground, which is great because you don't need to craft all the wooden blocks. So yes, it's a bit more expensive, but at this stage we can make them. So you don't have to do all the wooden fences rather than wooden blocks. And the other thing, so let's just put one of these down so you can see it working. So there we have that there. It's obviously not doing very much, but yeah, essentially it would mark out the boundaries for us. Now it just means it's unlimited. We don't really have any hassle of how far we can go. We don't have to make a million fence posts to dig out a quarry. So what I'm going to do now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need. The only other thing we need for this is going to be power and that kind of stuff. So I've got that already. So what I'm going to do is let this QE do its work, and then we're going to go to the deep dark, and we're going to set this up. Here we are in the deep dark place. Now we've got our normal stairs down there, but what I have made is a little shaft. So you could just drop down and go boom. So as you can see, I've been doing a little work. Hello guy, you're quite tall. You're just a creeper really. Okay, so what I've done, if you have a look around here, is I've lit up this whole area. Although mobs are still spawning, have I got my... Let's put F7 on. Okay, so you can see where the spawn areas are. I don't think there's any in this area, but I think these are just loaded from before, so they've kind of gotten into the area, so we'll have to deal with those guys. But I've put up a little protective wall because I was just getting so mobbed by them all the time that it was just impossible to do anything down here. So what I've done is I've marked out a chunk. So as you can see here, we've got this marking a corner, a corner, a corner, and a corner, and a little bit more, and it just happens this is where we fall down. So if we went straight up there, that's our way up again. So what I've done as well is got myself some night vision potions should we want to go exploring, and a little bit of a setup, a few ender pearls, because what I've done is I've brought my ender generator here, and as you can see it's full to capacity, so that's not a problem. What we need to do is start setting up the quarry. So if we put the quarry down underneath this, it should get power. So analyzing boundary, unable to detect boundary. So let's just start up a small one at the moment. So let's just put that there, presuming this is how it works. I've never actually done this yet before, so yeah. So as you can see there, that is linking So it's got the particle effects, so that is linking straight towards there. It's not linking to anything else, so that's why there's no other particle effects. So when these fences join, you get the particle effects. If we put that there, for example, it's not going to do anything. But if we put it there, as you can see, the particle effects appear. So for now, let's just put it there, and then we'll come across here, and we shall put it there, and that links up the 4 areas. So if we right click on this now, it says unable to detect fence boundary, analyzing fence boundary. Why can't you detect? Oh, I know why. Yeah, I think it's got to be next to it. It can't be through the boundary. So let's move that 1 in this direction, and that 1 in this direction. Unable to detect, unable to detect. There's a fence boundary there. Let's just see. Oops. Let's try and put that down again. So in theory, now does it have to be next to it, I guess is the next question. So, as I say, I've never set this up before. I've looked into it, but that is actually as far as it goes. Successfully established boundary. Okay, so it prefers to be there. So that means we're going to have to take this and that and all the contents and reset it up again. So we want the generator on top. And what we're going to do is, this is purely a temporary thing to get this started. What we will do is, yeah, that'll work. No, it probably won't. I don't know. Will it work? I don't. We'll have it on top. I prefer it on top. He said, she said. Right. So we've got that on there. Then all we need now is a chest. And I made it this crystal chest just purely because I wanted to see what was inside. I'm using the wrong tool, that's why. Okay. So let's go up again. Let's land on top. There we go. So yeah, so we can essentially put all these ender pearls in here, and we're going to put these in there as well because that's really what it's using at the moment. But we can see that there's some left in there. That's going to go through there. That's going to power. Did that lose all its power, or has that taken all its power? 7 blocks scanned. Okay, right. It's obviously taking a lot of power because that is draining. Right, what we need is those ender lilies in there, not because they last longer, I think. Yeah, a minute or so. Anyway, this is purely so we can get this set up, and then what we need this to do is then output. So will that work? Is that connecting? Let's go and see. Did we bring? We did. The other ender chest here. So if I put that there, is that taking the items? I don't think it is. I don't think that's connecting, is it? 7 block scan, so it's scanning it all. No valid output. Well, that's, I don't want it as an output. I want that as insert. But that's not, I don't think that is connecting. Maybe I need to connect 7 block scan still. Yeah, I think I need to connect to it an extractor thingy. What do they call it? A yeah. Take it out. Let's go head back. If we go straight up from here, we should be able to do that. I'll see you back up at the base. So I just looked on the wiki, and it turns out now we don't need to connect anything at all. We just need to place the chest next to the quarry, and as you can see there, 300 blocks, 400, 320, 300. So yeah, it's working great now, which is really cool. This is providing it power. I guess if we had full power in there it would be better, but we've got power for a while anyway, so we don't need to worry about too much of that, but yeah, essentially, whoops, we have got that ender quarry working, which is really cool. So we can get cobble coming out of this. We've got a fair amount of cobble. We can feed that in, and we're getting these shards as well as the normal stuff. So yeah, that's another thing working. We just need to link the other end, the ender chest, and again we can just look at it in there with the ender pouch, which is really cool. We just need to get that linked in with the rest. Now this is the other thing as well, as you can see it working. You see these particle effects, and I believe that's going up where it's quarrying, but as you can see on here we've got these dirt blocks, and essentially what it's doing is where it's quarrying, don't know why I just did that. Let's try this one instead. Yeah, so wherever it's quarrying right down to the bottom and replacing it with dirt blocks. So we're just going to end up with a ton of dirt blocks. Should we want more dirt for making our island complete, we shall have loads of dirt blocks to do that. But I believe that does it because it stops it lag. There is an upgrade you can get for it, which will essentially leave the space behind and not place the dirt blocks, but yeah, evidently that does lag the world quite a lot. So but yeah, so you can see it working there. So that's where it's currently mining, and it's leaving these behind as well, which is really cool. It's only taking the actual stone, but yeah, that's working really well. So very simple setup. But I think what we'll probably do is link this, instead of having this here, we'll probably put ourselves another lava generator, and we'll probably have that because then we can use one of the lava tanks to link through it. I think it might be an ender tank to actually link from there to here, and then lava will automatically go into the generator from our lava generator on the other side. The great thing about this as well is this is a chunk loader as well at the same time. So my understanding is the way that it works is it will load the chunk it's working in. So wherever this is working. Now at the moment this is always going to work with inside our chunk because as you can see we're inside our chunk. However, if we move this outside the chunk and move it all the way over there, so it will load the chunk that this is currently working in, and it will load the chunk that this is in. So it'll load two chunks wherever it is, and that means it's always working. So even when we're over in our base, it'll still be working, which is really cool. So now we've got that working, what I think I'm going to do is get this and head over here, and we're going to load it down. Let's load it with our torches there, and then that means that row of torches. So let's head back up over here, and we'll do the same with this marker here. So let's take that and go down this line here, and we'll do it to about here. Cool. I've got to remember where that is really. So we are on 216. Yeah, 216. So let's go and get the final one. So we'll just make this a huge area really, and we'll let it do its thing continuously, and we don't have to worry about it. So let's go along here, and then we'll go to 216 based on these torches. And hopefully that is working. So that is linking that way, so that's good. So head in this direction, and 216, we just passed it, 214, 215, 216, so it's that one there. So hopefully that is linking. I can't really tell because that's in the way, but and some zombies. I'm not sure if that's actually worked or not, so we'll go and check that in a second. Right, so we've placed this on yeah, thanks guys, 220. So let's see, no it's not, is it? This is over 1. So let's just move this one, the easiest thing to do. Get rid of that. Bang. Watch something creep up behind me. You just knew it. There we go. So yeah, that's working that way, that's working that way. Let's head back here now and see if this is all working. And I tell you what, it really is so useful to light this area up. All I did was just spam it with torches. Yeah, so that's working. We're doing 1,300. And look at all that redstone as well. And I believe you can get upgrades for this. You can put Silk Touch and Fortune in it. So perhaps we'll have a look at that. Air shards, which I think is quite good for the Tinkers, if we're not Tinkers, the Thermo, if we're getting into there. Now I don't think this is working here anymore. It's probably going to be working over in this corner, I would imagine. No, it doesn't appear to be. Is it this corner? Doesn't appear to be. Is it this corner? Doesn't appear to be either at the moment. So interesting. Wonder where it's working from then. That's can't see any more dirt around, unless it's just taking its time getting to this corner. Or is it just carrying on from where it was before? There's 4 of those there. Oh, it is. It's just carrying on from there. So I guess if I disrupted this though and then put it back, safely down battery, 10 blocks, mining at, so yeah, okay, so what it's doing is it's now mining. That's good. So let's go and head over here. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, it started in this corner again, which is really cool, and then that should start making its way over in that direction until it runs out in that direction. What will be interesting, this tower is smack bang in the middle of it, so I wonder how high it will actually go as well, because I'm guessing it will go up. It won't just do that. We'll probably see these blocks changing as well as 2 there. So yeah, that's really cool. So let's head up and out of here for now anyway. We will have to work on all our lava generators and things like that. Let's head up if we can. I'll see you back at the base. Alright, so what I've done just to finalise this setup, as you can see, andesite is going out, but the cobble is not. Limestone's now going out. So what I've done here is put our ender chest underneath. So this is our main chest which goes into the system, and it may be that we need to put a speed upgrade into here or something like that. Get these coming out faster, because we've got lots of stuff coming in. So it's where our mob farm comes in, it's where our smeltery comes in, it's where everything comes in. So I'll have to keep an eye on that and see if we need to get these items out of there quicker. If they're coming in quicker than going out, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so what I've done is on here, I've basically put in a filter, and I've told it to blacklist cobble. So the cobble doesn't go anywhere. Now what I've then done is up here, and this is the deep storage, as you can see there. So it's still getting all the stuff from the cobblestone generator there. But what I've done on here is whitelisted the cobble. So all that cobble, and I'm not sure whether I really need that, but all I wanted to do was make sure only cobble came out of this system. That's the idea behind it. So don't know why I'm doing that for when I can fly. Let's have a look. So if we get that there, that there, then this should come along to it. Probably got one too many. And then down to that one there. Yeah, we have done one too many. Let's get rid of that one. Cool. Okay, so what should now be happening is everything's going out there, and eventually, yeah, so no, that's cobble going up. What we should, oh, I know what I haven't done. I haven't set this output. Extract that only. Yeah, so in theory, yeah, there you go. You can see the cobblestone is going down, and that's all that's left in there. So that's really cool. So actually, that's now kind of caught up. So this might, yeah, that's now catching up as well. So that's pretty cool. However, our ME system is going to be overloading with brand new materials as well. So I hadn't thought of that. Oh gosh. So yeah, ME system needs a bit of a overhaul as well, but at least that's working. That's automated. That's going in there, but I can see this is going to get build that very, very fast. Running out of space on there, but I think that's one for another episode. Let's get that horrible armor off me. There, that's better. Yay. So thanks for joining me, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of putting together those various items. I don't think we actually came over here and did it in the book, did we? So can I do that? Do that. Do that. Do. There we go. Craft and use an end quarry. We've done that, and we did the chunk loader, and we linked an ender pouch and did all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we've only got this little bit here really to do, haven't we? And hatch the dragon. So pretty good. Connect to a network with a quantum bridge. Teleport, that's something quite easy, I believe. Charging pads and health pads, I think they're fairly simple to make. All this I think is simple to make. These last two ones I'm not so sure about, but we're coming close to the end. We are getting there, guys. We are nearly complete on all of our tasks. So yeah, one thing I forgot to show you. I realised how much of this stone it was going to make to build my big room here, so I haven't. And I saw this design. And I don't know whether it's going to work or not. Shall we have a look? We've got inside there, we've got yeah, a wither skeleton. So this could go drastically wrong, shouldn't it? Maybe I ought to put the armor on first. I don't know. What do you think? This will be a way to go out of a bang if needs be. Whoa, it's in there. The beginning. Let's see what happens. Now in theory, it shouldn't do anything at all to my base. It shouldn't get out of there, and it will probably kill itself. That's the aim of this anyway. Let's see whether it's strong. And oh, it's destroying a few things. Is it destroying everything? No. No. Good. Okay, well it's in there. That's working. Ah, I see what's happened. Okay. I used one with a light on it, and yeah, obviously doesn't like that, but and occasionally a head will get out, which is why I faced the head over here. But I do believe, oh, it's a few things getting out there, but nothing should get out this side here at all. No, it's only that side there. So I wonder how good our armor is. What do you reckon? Do you think we've got good armor in here? Can we get you? We're getting him. He's not getting us. We're getting him. As long as something doesn't come in here and wither us, we'll be alright. Because one of those could hit us in reality. Sorry if it's a bit loud. There you go. So that's done anyway. Yeah, another achievement. We'd already done it, but yeah. That's a little bit easier, killing the wither, isn't it, guys? Yeah, so this is all it is a simple chamber where we can put the block down there, or with the soul sand. And because we're in the older versions, it doesn't matter about this, because 1.8, you may remember, you can't place these blocks and hide it. Whereas in this version you can. It's completely sealed ceiling, and then there's a double one on top of here, because obviously when it explodes it goes up, so that just helps that. And the one thing that the reason this happened is very simple. So what I'm going to do is take this one here for now. Yeah, I basically used a carpenter's block. I wanted to just like that. I'd used a carpenter's block to make this light inside, because if we look in there, let's just do F7. Yeah, things technically can spawn in there, I guess during the day, but I'm guessing it's getting enough light that it might be alright. I don't know. We shall see. And that bit's floating around, so it's probably one from underneath here somewhere. Cool. Okay, well that works, and it means that we do get a couple of those every time, and a yellow heart as well as that. So I might kill a few more of those, but I think we'll do that next time. We'll just repair this a little bit, and then we'll see how that works next time. So yeah, pretty cool. I think that is definitely going to be it for today, guys. I'm going to fix this up Little wither killing chamber. Pretty cool, and we'll see you next time. My name's Wild Trekker. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. Bye bye.